inform, promote, unite. This is JCity Arrow News, your source for local news and information straight to the point. This is a production of JCity Center for Hope and Renewal, rebuilding bridges to better lives, better families, and a better community. Johnston City is our heritage and our home, and a renewed community is our hope for the future. Hello, and welcome to the November edition of JCity Arrow News Podcast. If you're watching this podcast for the first time, we encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel or like our page on Facebook. You can find both of these by searching for JCity Center. This podcast is a video companion to the print edition of JCity Arrow News, Johnston City's only hometown newspaper. The newspaper, like the podcast, is published monthly. The paper usually hits the streets around the first of the month, and the video version streams on Facebook and YouTube about a week later. The newspaper and podcast are a production of JCity Center for Hope and Renewal, a nonprofit community development organization in Johnston City, Illinois. Our goal in publishing the Arrow is to inform, unite, and promote our community. Now, for this month's news and events.
We're benefiting from Give SI.
Mark, I'm in Murfreesboro at St. Francis Care, and they are...
For the past 3 years, News 3 has partnered with the Southern Illinois Community Foundation with a goal to raise as much money as possible for local nonprofit organizations.
And any help that can be provided to these agencies as they work on their response would be greatly appreciated. There's nothing like Southern Illinoisans helping Southern Illinoisans.
In the beginning, we set a goal to raise $30,000. But with the help from local business sponsorships and the generosity of the community, we raised over 5 times that goal at over $160,000. There were more than 930 unique donations made to over 80 local nonprofit and community organizations. Year over year, the amount we are able to raise continues to climb and surpass our goals. As we launched our 30-hour Day of Giving campaign last November, the excitement was palpable.
So we are already over $130,000.
We just love to give this $10,000 to you.
That takes us to $141,000.
Donations rolled in, and we watched the dollar amounts pass the first year, and then the second. We knew we were poised to set another record. We closed last year's campaign with more than $230,000 in donations. That totals over $500,000 raised for local charities since the conception of the SICF and News 3 partnership, and we look forward to growing that even more next year and beyond. Serving our community, giving back. We are News 3. We've got you covered.
In recent years, consumer-driven holidays like Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday have been added to our calendars to drive holiday spending. But an observance first proposed in 2012 encourages generosity on a global scale. It's called Giving Tuesday, and it takes place the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. This year, that's November 28th. 3 years ago, an area nonprofit, Southern Illinois Community Foundation, partnered with WSIL-TV to organize a Community Day of Giving on Giving Tuesday. This 30-hour telethon-like event is called Give SI. It combines social media outreach and live streams with local television news broadcast to present the needs of area nonprofits and encourage donations. Since it began, Giving Tuesday, or Giving SI, has raised more than $587,000 for Southern Illinois nonprofits. In past years, JCity Center for Hope and Renewal has participated but not heavily promoted Give SI. This year, because of our need for additional counselors and space for them to work, we have set a goal of $5,000 for Give SI. An added bonus of Give SI is that the foundation adds money from a matching pool to what each nonprofit raises during the event. The amount added is based on the percentage of overall giving raised by each nonprofit. Only donations marked for JCity Center and given during Give SI are eligible for this matching pool. Give SI begins live on WSIL TV News at 5 p.m. Monday, November 27th, and concludes at the end of the late evening newscast Tuesday. Each participating organization, including the center, will have an interview on Facebook Live and possibly on TV during the 30-hour event. Our Invested Counseling program is a unique opportunity which allows clients to exchange community service for sessions with a qualified professional therapist. 15 individuals have received counseling through this program, and they have provided hundreds of hours of community service. Currently, only one therapist is providing invested counseling, and most of her available sessions are filled. Other counselors have volunteered to help with this program, but there's very little room here at the center for them to meet with clients. As funds become available, we will renovate an unfinished area in our building to provide office space for counseling. We believe there are many individuals and families in Johnston City who could benefit from invested counseling, but public awareness is still limited. A portion of Give SI funds will be used to publicize and explain the program to our community. The Invested Counseling program also needs a coordinator to handle the scheduling of sessions and community service hours. One of our long-term goals is to build financial support for that position through Give SI and other fundraising efforts. We know some people are not comfortable with giving online, so we will receive contributions of cash or check at our office prior to the event. Checks should be made out to Give SI and earmarked for JCity Center. Donors can mail or deliver these donations to 504 East Broadway in Johnston City. A little-known cemetery on the outskirts of Johnston City, in the part of town commonly called Shakerag, is significant to the American-Lithuanian community. Maybe it's time for a little geography review. Lithuania is a European country on the eastern shore of the Baltic Sea. During Russian oppression in the 1800s, hundreds of thousands of Lithuanians migrated to the U.S. Many settled in West Virginia and southern Illinois, and like a lot of our ancestors, became coal miners. A Lithuanian historian, William Zalpas, from Vancouver, Washington, travels throughout the United States to study and restore the cemeteries of people who, like himself, are of Lithuanian descent. Mr. Zalpas recently secured grant funds to erect a granite monument for the Lithuanian Masonic Cemetery in Shakerag. This cemetery has a long history. The first grave was dug more than 40 years before Johnston City was incorporated. Approximately 400 graves dating from 1852 to 1997 are tucked away in this quiet little place just off a curve on Shakerag Road. Some of the oldest Lithuanian gravestones have been destroyed, but others remain intact. Some have inscriptions written in the old Lithuanian language that describe the lives of the people buried there, such as died in a mine explosion. Other Lithuanian cemeteries nearby are located near West Frankfort and Harrisburg. The JCity Cemetery is the second largest of the three in our area. It's estimated that 1 million Lithuanian Americans currently live in the U.S. Veterans Day will be observed Friday, and Luke Davis, a local Eagle Scout, considers that a good day for a flag retirement ceremony. The ceremony will be held Friday the 10th, beginning at 1 p.m. at the Arrowhead Lake Pavilion. Local Scout Troop 7140 will retire 55 city-owned U.S. flags that have flown over Johnston City but are now in poor condition. The ceremony will also dedicate an official flag retirement box, which will later be permanently installed at the Fallen Soldier Memorial downtown. Many people are not aware of flag etiquette regarding Old Glory, but the Scouts know it well and want to share that knowledge. During the event Friday, Luke plans to show attendees the proper way to retire a torn and tattered flag. The public is invited to bring additional flags to the ceremony for proper retirement. Without the Angel Tree program sponsored by Man of Mission, 100 local children would miss out having a Merry Christmas. Man of Mission is a local thrift store and food pantry located downtown at 306 East Broadway. Their Angel Tree Shining Star program provides Christmas gifts for needy Johnston City children and seniors. Man of Mission is now accepting donations for the program.
Our tree will be located at Banterra Bank on Grand Avenue in Johnston City the week prior to Thanksgiving, and they can go in, pick a number off the tree and buy for them like that as well.
Okay, and these will be Christmas gifts, and is it primarily for children? Or?
It is. We average about 100 children every year.
Okay.
The parents come here.
Okay.
They fill out their application. They have to prove that they live in Johnston City. It's all confidential, and then I give them a number, that child.
Okay.
And then on these cards will be their number and their desires, their favorite color, their sizes.
Okay.
And that'll all be on the cards. And then when them gifts come back in, we make sure that every child has PJs and clothes and several toys, and then I call the parents and they come pick them up here.
Purchase gifts should be brought to the bank or to Man of Mission by the second week of December. Parents who desire their child to be an Angel Tree recipient must provide proof of residence inside the Johnston City School District. Senior recipients must also live in Johnston City.
This is a story of a holiday and home. Helping make ready a celebration is part of the fun, especially for one of the nicest days of the year. Thanksgiving. It is good to share a holiday with friends. And it is good to have friends like to come to our home. Good manners make people happy, and good table manners make eating together a happy time. We are thankful for our home and our happy meal. We are glad we have good table manners and know what to do with a napkin and how to use a spoon in eating soup easily without noise. At the first Thanksgiving dinner, the Pilgrims didn't eat turkey with a fork. But it is easy to learn to use one the right way, to take small mouthfuls, and how to butter and eat bread in small bites, so we never have to talk with food in our mouths. It is good to have learned to chew with lips closed, and know when to take a drink. Good table manners keep our meals happy meals, and those who eat with us happy. It is nice to talk with others, and to know when to wait and listen. We are glad to eat neatly, without spots. Holidays are fun, and it is good to be part of a celebration. It is fine to have learned so much, and to have so much in our home to make holiday celebrations happy. Could you wish for more?
Johnston City Ministerial Alliance's annual Christmas Box project is now underway. The Ministerial Alliance, comprised of a majority of churches and faith-based organizations in town, is gearing up to provide needy households with the ingredients of a traditional holiday meal. Meat, veggies, bread, salad, dessert, and other treats will fill each box. Local churches and businesses are gathering groceries and contributing funds to fill the boxes, which will be distributed December 16th. Please note, pre-registration is required. Recipients must sign up before December 8th to be eligible to receive a food box. No proof of income is required, but all recipients must reside within the Johnston City School District. Registration opens after Thanksgiving and runs for 2 weeks in 2 locations. Volunteers from Ministerial Alliance churches will sign up local households at the First Methodist Church, 400 West Broadway, from 10 to 11 on weekday mornings between November 27th and November 8th. Families and individuals may also apply here at JCity Center 9 to 5 Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from November 28th to December 7th. Individuals who live within the city limits and are homebound or without transportation may request that a volunteer deliver the boxes to their homes on the day of distribution, which is Saturday, December 16th from 9 to 10:30 a.m. And now for our community calendar. Veterans Day will be observed Friday, November 10th. School's out, so it will be a good day for the kids to attend a flag retirement ceremony conducted by the Scouts at Arrowhead Lake Pavilion 1 to 3 p.m. Saturday, November 11th from 5 to 7 p.m., the public library will host Countdown to Cake Bingo at the Scout Cabin. There's a $3 entrance fee and food and drinks will be for sale. Doors open at 4. The Lions Club will hold the last meeting of their year at JCity Church at 6 p.m. on November 14th. Their regular bi-monthly meetings on the first and third Tuesday nights will resume in the new year. The Johnston City Ministerial Alliance will sponsor a community Thanksgiving service at First Christian Church November 19th at 6 p.m. Pastor Randy Carney will speak and refreshments will follow the service. Let's take time out of our busy schedules to spend time with family and friends on Thanksgiving, Thursday, November 23rd. Down Home Comforts on West Broadway is having an anniversary celebration on November 24th, so that's a great opportunity to shop local even on Black Friday. And remember, Small Business Saturday is that weekend too. But something else big, or should I say someone else big, is coming Saturday too. Santa Claus is coming to town. November 25th is our annual hometown Christmas celebration from 2 to 5 p.m. Local businesses, organizations, and churches will set up downtown on Broadway with giveaways and activities for the kids. You can get your picture made with Santa that afternoon. But beware of the Grinch. He'll be close by too, and will probably have his eye on that big, beautiful Christmas tree when it lights up at 5 p.m., officially starting the Christmas season here in JCity. Lest we forget the giving part of Thanksgiving, Tuesday, November 28th is Giving Tuesday. Locally, it's Give SI, a day for community giving sponsored by WSIL-TV and the Southern Illinois Community Foundation. JCity Center for Hope and Renewal would appreciate your online contributions during the 30-hour window beginning Monday at 5 and ending Tuesday night. Our sports reporter, Doug Hancock, is out of town, but here are some highlights from JCity Sports. The varsity football team had a good run. They ended the season 9-2 after losing to Breeze Mater Dei 27-18 in the second round of the playoffs. We congratulate the football Indians and their coach Todd Thomas on a great season. With 8 senior players graduating, we'll definitely see some new faces next fall. For now, Indian sports fans move from the turf to the hardwood. Washington Middle School boys basketball opened its season with a shootout in Pinckneyville this week. The first home game is November 15th against Carterville. Middle school girls have been on the road this week with games in Vienna and Cesar. High school boys basketball opens at the Goreville Invitational the last week of November. The first in-conference game will be at home December 8th against Trico. Last year, the 18 and 15 varsity boys basketball team placed third in the Black Diamond with a 7-5 record in conference play. For girls, high school basketball opens up on the road November 16th with a game at Alvarado. That night, both JV and varsity will play. After the Heron Invitational, which is November 20th to 25th, the Lady Indians will play Vienna on the 27th and Gallatin County on November 30th. The first conference game for the Lady Indians will be against Cesar-Valier December 4th. In co-ed high school wrestling, the Indians compete in the Marion Triangular November 20th, and on the 29th, the JV team will wrestle at Carbondale. By the way, in case you haven't heard, JCHS girls volleyball ended with a winning season, 19-15 overall and a 6-6 record in the Black Diamond Conference. They finished the regular season with a solid win against Cesar on the road, but lost to Benton in the first game of the regional at DuQuoin. Congratulations to senior Hope Newell and sophomore Josie Anasazi, who were selected for Black Diamond All-Conference Volleyball. Indian swimmer Lacey Edwards finished 8th in the 100-meter butterfly and 9th in the 100-meter breaststroke at the sectionals in Edwardsville last weekend. We would just like to say, in our opinion, Indians are winners no matter what the sport or score is. If you're having trouble paying your electric bill, a nearby community action agency may be able to help. Crosswalk in West Frankfort oversees our county's Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, or LIHEAP. LIHEAP offers low-income households help paying for winter energy services. The amount of assistance is determined by a number of factors, including household size, income, type of fuel used for heating, and geographic location. An overdue bill or shutoff notice is not required, but disconnected households will receive priority during November. The month of December will begin open enrollment, which will continue until funds run out. Applications for assistance are taken remotely from the main office with a phone interview that must be scheduled in advance. The agency's website is shown on your screen. Crosswalk is open Monday through Thursdays, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more information, go to Crosswalk's website or see the November print edition of Arrow News. We would like to thank our sponsors for this month's issue of the Arrow. Paul Lawrence, our local State Farm agent. Merman and Wilson Funeral Home. The Johnston City Lions Club. Indigo Realty. Southern Illinois Bank. The ARC Insurance Group. The Johnston City Ministerial Alliance. JCity Church. And a special thanks to Washington Avenue Baptist Church. They have been a regular monthly supporter of JCity Center for over a year. We will be publishing their ad in the next edition of the newspaper. But for now, we want to give a shout out to Pastor Barry Robertson and his faithful congregation. If you haven't checked out this month's issue of the print edition of the Arrow, you can find it around town in our local businesses and churches. Of course, we have copies here at JCity Center as well.
Father, we thank you for walking with us in good times and in bad, for shelter and safe spaces. We thank you when we have more than we need and when we struggle to get by. We thank you for how your creation leaves us in awe wherever we look. We thank you through the adventures and the everyday routines. We thank you for friendships and family, for laughter, comfort, and warmth. We thank you for new beginnings and closed doors. We thank you for the times when we should build and when we should start over. As seasons change and we walk into an uncertain future, we cling to you, the one who holds it all in your hands. From beginning to end, from death to life, from shattered to saved. We thank you.